Good evening, and welcome to Celeb Insider, the premier destination for in-depth coverage of Hollywood's most captivating stories and the intersection of celebrity influence and global issues. I'm Jane Harris, your host, and tonight we are diving into an electrifying confrontation that has sent shockwaves through both the entertainment industry and political spheres. In a live television event that's dominating headlines, Hollywood legend Mel Gibson faced off against California Governor Gavin Newsom in a fiery exchange that's being called one of the most dramatic moments in recent broadcast history. The topic? The state of California, its triumphs, its challenges, and the policies shaping its future. This wasn't just a debate, it was a clash of titans that has sparked intense discussion across platforms like X and beyond. Stay with us as we unpack every detail of this unprecedented showdown. The stage for this high-stakes encounter was California in Focus, a respected primetime program known for tackling pressing issues with unfiltered candor. Mel Gibson, got an Academy Award-winning actor and director, renowned for films like Braveheart and The Passion of the Christ, brought his characteristic intensity to the table, delivering a scathing critique of Governor Newsom's leadership. Accusations were bold, targeting what he described as a state in crisis, from rampant homelessness to an exodus of businesses and residents. Governor Newsom, a seasoned politician with a reputation for eloquence and resilience, stood ready to defend his administration's record, emphasizing California's economic strength and progressive initiatives. Tonight, Celeb Insider takes you behind the scenes of this explosive moment, exploring its implications for both Hollywood and the Golden State. Let's set the scene for our viewers, a sleek, brightly lit studio buzzing with anticipation, a live audience hanging on every word, and cameras capturing every nuanced expression. The tension was palpable as Gibson, with his commanding presence, laid out a stark vision of California's struggles. He pointed to visible challenges: homeless encampments stretching across urban centers, skyrocketing living costs, pushing families out, iconic industries like Hollywood facing competition from states offering more favorable conditions. This wasn't a scripted movie scene. It was a raw, unfiltered confrontation that blended celebrity star power with political stakes. For those just joining us, this segment promises to break down the key moments, the context behind the clash, and what it means for California's future. To understand the weight of this moment, let's ground the discussion in some hard facts. California, long celebrated as a global hub of innovation, culture, and opportunity, has faced significant challenges in recent years. According to U.S. Census Bureau data, the state experienced a population decline of approximately 500,000 residents between 2020 and 2023, a trend that Gibson highlighted as evidence of mismanagement. Homelessness remains a persistent issue, with over 180,000 individuals reported as unhoused in 2024, particularly in cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco. The business landscape has also shifted, with some high-profile companies, including those in the entertainment sector, relocating to states like Texas and Georgia, citing lower taxes and fewer regulations. These statistics framed Gibson's passionate critique, setting the stage for a debate that resonated far beyond the studio. But the story doesn't end with the challenges. Governor Newsom, known for his data-driven approach, countered with a defense of California's resilience. The state remains the fifth largest economy in the world, surpassing many nations with its tech, agriculture, and entertainment industries. Initiatives like Project Homekey have housed tens of thousands of individuals, and investments in clean energy and infrastructure aim to secure a sustainable future. This contrasts Gibson's dire warnings versus Newsom's optimistic vision created a narrative to Govwa that captivated viewers. At Celeb Insider, we're committed to presenting both sides of this story, giving you the context needed to understand why this debate has struck such a chord. Let's zoom in on the dynamics of this confrontation. Mel Gibson, a figure who has never shied away from speaking his mind, brought a raw, almost cinematic intensity to the discussion. His rhetoric was steeped in frustration, reflecting the sentiments of many who feel California's promise is slipping away. From rising crime rates to the affordability crisis, Gibson painted a picture of a state at a crossroads, accusing Newsom of prioritizing ideological agendas over practical solutions. His use of terms like woke to describe certain policies added fuel to the fire, resonating with audiences who share his concerns while sparking backlash from others who see California's progressive stance as a strength. This polarized response is exactly why this moment has become a cultural flashpoint. On the other side, Governor Newsom maintained a composed demeanor, leveraging his political experience to navigate the onslaught. His responses were measured, often citing specific programs and achievements to counter Gibson's broad critiques. For instance, Newsom highlighted a decline in crime rates in several major cities, with San Francisco reporting a 7% drop in violent crime from 2022 to 2024. He also emphasized California's leadership in green technology, the state generating over 30% of its energy from renewable sources. This clash of styles, Gibson's emotional fervor versus Newsom's calculated precision, made for compelling television, drawing millions of viewers and igniting a firestorm of reactions online. Speaking of reactions, the fallout from this broadcast is nothing short of a social media tsunami. X is ablaze with hashtags like #Gibson vs Newsom, #California Crisis, and #Hollywood Fights Back. As users from all walks of life weigh in, some praise Gibson for giving voice to widespread frustrations, while others defend Newsom, arguing that governing a state as complex as California requires time and nuanced strategies. Celebrities, too, are joining the conversation, with some A-listers subtly endorsing Gibson's call for change and others rallying behind Newsom's vision. At Celeb Insider, we're tracking these responses in real time, bringing you the pulse of what Hollywood and the public are saying about this seismic event. Let's take a step back to consider why this moment matters beyond the headlines. Mel Gibson's decision to step into the political arena on live television underscores a growing trend of celebrities using their platforms to influence public discourse. From climate change to social justice, stars are increasingly engaging with issues that resonate with their audiences. Gibson, with his decades-long career and global recognition, brings a unique weight to this conversation. His critique of California's leadership taps into a broader sentiment of disillusionment, not just in the state, but across the nation. Meanwhile, Newsom's role as a prominent governor places him at the center of a high-stakes narrative about governance, policy, and the American dream. The implications of this clash extend beyond California's borders. The state has long been a bellwether for national trends, from technological innovation to cultural shifts. The challenges Gibson highlighted, housing affordability, economic inequality, and public safety, are not unique to California, but reflect broader debates about how to balance progress with practicality. Newsom's defense, rooted in data and optimism, speaks to those who believe in the state's capacity to lead through adversity. This tension between critique and hope, between Hollywood's glamour and Sacramento's governance, makes this story a microcosm of larger societal questions. At Celeb Insider, we're here to connect those dots for you. Let's not forget the role of the platform where this drama unfolded. California in Focus is known for its bold approach to tough topics, and this episode lived up to that reputation. The live format, with its unscripted energy, amplified the stakes, ensuring that every word, every gesture was scrutinized by millions. The production team deserves credit for creating a space where such a raw exchange could unfold, capturing the attention of viewers who might not typically tune in to political discussions. This blend of entertainment and substance is precisely why Celeb Insider is drawn to stories like this, because they bridge the gap between pop culture and real-world impact. As we continue to unpack this moment, let's consider the broader context of California's challenges. The homelessness crisis, for instance, is a complex issue with roots in economic disparity, mental health challenges, and housing shortages. Programs like Project Homekey, which Newsom championed, have made strides, housing over 60,000 individuals since 2020, yet the visible presence of encampments in urban centers remains a point of contention. Similarly, business exodus as real. Companies like Tesla and Oracle have relocated headquarters to states with lower costs, but California still hosts giants like Apple and Google. These nuances are critical to understanding the debate. Gibson and Newsom brought to life. The economic picture is equally layered. California's GDP exceeding $3.6 trillion in 2024 underscores its global influence, but high taxes and regulatory burdens have sparked debate about its business climate. The entertainment industry, a cornerstone of the state's identity, is also evolving, with streaming platforms and tax incentives drawing production to other regions. Gibson's reference to Hollywood's struggles resonates with industry insiders who've seen studios shift projects to Atlanta or Austin. Yet California remains a creative hub, with Los Angeles hosting more film and TV production than any other city. This push and pull dynamic was at the heart of the TV clash. Making it a story that's both local and universal, social media continues to drive the conversation, and Celeb Insider is your guide to the latest developments. On X, users are sharing clips of Gibson's most fiery moments, some calling him a voice for the frustrated, while others criticize his rhetoric as oversimplified. Newsom's supporters, meanwhile, are highlighting his policy achievements. From climate initiatives to healthcare expansions, the hashtag California Dream is trending alongside hashtag California Nightmare, reflecting the polarized views this debate has unleashed. We're also seeing reactions from Hollywood heavyweights, with some stars subtly aligning with Gibson's call for change and others backing Newsom's leadership. This is a story that's evolving by the minute, and we're here to keep you updated. Let's talk about the cultural significance of this moment. Mel Gibson, a figure who's navigated his own share of controversies, brings a unique perspective to this debate. His career, spanning action-packed blockbusters to thought-provoking dramas, gives him a platform that few can match. By stepping into the political arena, he's following in the footsteps of figures like Ronald Reagan, who transitioned from Hollywood to Sacramento. Whether Gibson's critique will inspire action or simply fuel headlines remains to be seen. But his willingness to speak out is a reminder of the power celebrities wield in shaping public opinion. Governor Newsom, for his part, is no stranger to the spotlight. As a former mayor of San Francisco and a prominent national figure, he's accustomed to navigating high-pressure situations. His ability to remain composed under Gibson's barrage speaks to his political acumen, but it also highlights the challenges of governing a state as diverse and complex as California. With 39 million residents, countless industries, and a global reputation, the stakes are enormous. Newsom's vision of a progressive, innovative California clashes with Gibson's call for a return to practicality, creating a narrative that resonates far beyond the studio walls. As we approach the end of this segment, let's reflect on what makes this story so compelling. It's not just about two larger-than-life figures duking it out on live TV. It's about the soul of a state that's long captured the world's imagination. California is the land of Hollywood dreams, Silicon Valley innovation, and breathtaking natural beauty, but it's also grappling with real challenges that affect millions of lives. This debate, with its raw emotion and stark contrasts, has brought those issues into sharp focus, sparking conversations in living rooms, boardrooms, social media feeds across the globe. At Celeb Insider, our mission is to go beyond the headlines, delivering the context and insight you need to understand the stories shaping our world. This clash between Mel Gibson and Gavin Newsom is more than a celebrity spectacle. It's a window into the tensions defining California, and by extension, the nation. Whether you're rooting for Gibson's fiery critique or Newsom's steadfast defense, one thing is clear. This moment has struck a nerve, and its impact will be felt for weeks to come. We're committed to tracking every development, from new X reactions to statements from key players, so you don't miss a beat. Before we close, let's acknowledge the team behind California in Focus for delivering a platform where such a dynamic exchange could unfold. The live format, with its unscripted intensity, reminded us why television remains a powerful medium for debate. The producers, crew, and moderators created a space where tough questions could be asked and impassioned voices could be heard. This is the kind of journalism that Celeb Insider celebrates: bold, engaging, and unafraid to tackle the big issues. especially when they involve the star power of someone like Mel Gibson and the political clout of Gavin Newsom. As we wrap up tonight's top story, I want to thank you, our Celeb Insider audience, for joining us on this deep dive into one of the most talked about moments in recent television history. The showdown between Mel Gibson and Governor Gavin Newsom has given us plenty to unpack, from the state of California's economy to the role of celebrities in shaping public discourse. We'll continue to follow this story, bringing you exclusive updates, insider perspectives, and the latest buzz from Hollywood and beyond. Stay tuned for our next segment, where we'll explore another headline that's lighting up the entertainment world. Until then, I'm Jane Harris, and this is Celeb Insider, your trusted source for the stories that matter. Hey, good night, and see you tomorrow for more exclusive scoops.